So as many of you guys have seen written throughout all of 2025, this year has pretty much been a historic year for Playboi Carti. In my opinion, I said it last video, generational year from Carti within 2025. And we basically broke down everything as to why within the last video. But one of my biggest points was that Carti obviously dropped the album, but with the album came two whole tours from Carti. We got the Weeknd's tour, Stadium tour, then we just seen the Antagonist 2.0 tour, Go Down, Arena tour with all of Opium. 2 tours, 1 year, 1 album in 2025. Very productive year, very insane year from Carti. But it does look like 2026 is gearing up to maybe even be better. Carti just confirmed another leg for the Antagonist 2.0 tour. Leg 2 is on the way alongside the Weeknd's tour next year. So looking ahead to 2026, we can expect maybe 2 more tours from Carti. So let's get into it. 2025 was a very historic year from Carti, not only because we did get the album in March, but with the album, like I said, came 2 tours in 1 year, which is crazy. We got the Weeknd's tour. He opened up for the Weeknd. Stadium tour, by the way, May 9th all the way to September 3rd. So basically start of summer, Carti was on tour with the Weeknd. That was pretty dope. A lot of people enjoyed it, right? He did, I don't know how many shows, but it was a lot of shows for the Weeknd's tour, right? And then we obviously seen the Antagonist 2.0 tour pretty much just conclude maybe a couple of days ago, but it was October through December, right? So it basically went from May through December, touring pretty much the entirety of the year, right? Because this ended in September, this started in October. So he basically had 1 month off, 2 tours within 1 year, which is crazy, right? Which we thought was a lot from Carti, right? When I seen Carti did 2 tours 1 year, a Fortnite collab, everything that he's done within 2025, this was, like I said, the most productive year of Carti's career. I was like, yo, we ain't seen Carti for years, bro. Dude's going back into that cave, and we're not going to see him pop out for a couple of years, right? But it does not seem like that's the case, as we just got confirmed maybe like a month ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago. Carti will be joining the Weeknd in Europe for the After Hours Till Dawn tour, Europe 2026. This is a lot of dates right here. They're going Stadium, Europe. So he did Stadium US with Weeknd. Then they doing stadiums in Europe 2026, summer of 2026. It's starting from June 11th. There's a lot of dates for this tour. June 11th all the way. Y'all see how many dates there is. They're doing like 5 shows each city, which is insane. I'm still scrolling. It ends in September 6th. So it starts what? June 11th till September 6th. Holy, that is a lot of tour dates. And then we just seen as of last night that Carti did confirm another leg of the Antagonist 2.0 tour on the way, which is insane, right? Because we got, I don't know how many shows for the Weeknd's tour. That's a lot of shows, right? And he said, F that, we going on leg 2 on the way. He said it right here on the Opium spam account. The crowd went crazy when they played HBA. He said leg 2, I cannot wait. Another Opium tour is set on the way. Now, we don't know when that's going to be going down, but we can kind of base when we could see this tour go down just off what Carti and Ken's booked for within 2026, right? Obviously, we got what? June all the way through September. Carti's booked for the EU tour. Then we did see that Ken Carson is going on his own European tour in March. He's doing Australia, 2 dates in Australia. That's for Rolling Loud Australia. And then the rest of the month, he will be touring in Europe. So pretty much Ken's booked all of March. And then we got what? June through September for Carti. So there is like 2 ways in which this tour could go down. It could either go down in Q1, January, February, March, or it could go down in October, November, December, Q4, like they did with the tour that just concluded, right? They did Q4, all Antagonists, and then Carti pretty much did the summer with the Weeknd, right? That's pretty much the same thing. I'm guessing it's probably going to go down Q4 in my opinion, right? Because like I said, Carti's been on tour. I don't know how many shows he's done this year, but he's done an insane amount of shows. I'm guessing maybe easily over 100 shows. And being on road from March all the way through December is a lot, right? So I don't really think Carti's gonna pick it up top of the year, maybe like January, February. Now, this is also going to be a leg 2. I don't think it's gonna be the same amount of dates. It could either be like the European worldwide leg of the Antagonist tour. Do y'all think they could do a worldwide tour? I definitely do think they can, to be quite honest. Obviously, Europe, easy, that's going to sell out like crack. But China, Japan, Travis just did like China, Japan, India. He also did like Africa and South America. I wonder if they could pull that off. I don't really expect that. I feel like they kind of can if they organize it right. I don't know if they could pull off arenas in those places, but I think they could definitely pull off a worldwide tour if they wanted to. But I really don't think that's the case. This is either going to be US leg 2 or European leg. Now, if it is a US, I'm guessing they could do maybe, I don't think they're gonna do as many shows as the first leg. I don't really think so. The first leg they did what, October through December, basically October and November, because it ended December 1st. So they did 2 months full on tour. I'm guessing they did somewhere around like 40-ish shows. Maybe they do go to like smaller cities that they didn't really hit on this tour, but pretty much they touched like damn near every city within the US. So I'm guessing it's probably gonna run it back for like the major cities within the US, which is gonna be pretty good. Obviously, the tour was pretty successful, right? And it's crazy, we were talking about on stream the other day, right? When the tour was about to go down and we were seeing like days leading up to it, we were seeing like a bunch of empty seats. Everybody was like, yo, is the tour gonna go down? We seen this agenda on Twitter talking about Carti can't sell arena tickets, boom, boom, boom. That was basically false, because we've seen since the tour started, every city looked pretty much lit. Every city was packed. The tour was huge. It was being talked about. It was a pretty big deal, right? And for the most part, it looked like a lot of the major cities were sold out for the Antagonist 2.0 tour. So they're pretty much doing a flex. We going leg 2, and it's going to be sold out once again. Probably selling out even more than the first leg. Maybe they might even do more dates than the first leg because of how successful the Antagonist 2.0 first leg was. We will see, but this is insane, right? Like I said, 2025 was a very productive year. It seems like 2026 is adding up to be even crazier, right? Because Carti's doing June through September, and then Ken's doing all of March. Like I said, it could either go down in like January or February, but I really don't think so. I'm pretty sure they just want to like chill for like a couple months. Like I said, Carti's been on road for I don't know how many dates this year. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be like Q4, maybe like pretty much like what the Antagonist 2.0 tour was. They did October through December. Carti ends in September. Ken obviously is doing March in Europe. I'm guessing October through December for the Antagonist 2.0 tour. Also, I don't know what it's going to be. Like I said, it could be US or European leg. We don't know. I think Europe should get some love, to be quite honest, because like I said, there's been a million shows for the US. I think they should do Antagonist 2.0 tour. Out in EU is going to be insane, and obviously they didn't touch EU for this tour that just concluded. I think it's pretty insane how active Carti is, right? Like I said earlier, I thought, okay, Carti did the most in 2025. I think we're not seeing him for a minute, but it seems like it's gonna be the opposite, and Carti's just keeping his foot on the gas. 4 tours in 2 years, 2 stadiums, and it's looking like 2 arena tours with his label, pretty much with the biggest artist in the world. Shout out Carti. It seems like he's like dumb hungry, just wants to pretty much take over the game more than he already has, to be quite honest. Like I said, within 2025, it's been historic, right? But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Where do you guys think this leg is gonna go down? Europe or US? And also, how many shows do you guys expect for this leg? Is it gonna be smaller than the first one, or they're just gonna add hella dates, more than what they did for the first tour? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But if you guys liked this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. So MONEYMAY is it, and I'm out. Thank you guys.